As I read through the problem, I'm going to underline any values and units that I see, and those will become my givens. So a worm on the ground makes its way across the sidewalk. It travels the distance of 45 centimeters. 45 centimeters in 15 minutes. Find the average speed of the worm in centimeters per minute and meters per second. All right, I'm just going to zoom in. Okay, zoom in a little bit there. So I have my values here. These are going to become my givens. So I'm given 45 centimeters. Centimeters, remember we use meters for distance, so I know automatically that is going to be my total distance, 45 centimeters. 15 minutes, minutes refers to time, so my total time equals 15 minutes. I'm asked to find the average speed of the worm, so speed is what I'm finding. The equation I'm going to use, I'm always going to write down what it is I'm finding, so my average speed. And if I use my equation circle, I can find out that average speed equals distance divided by time. So now I can solve. First thing I want to check though is I do want to have certain units in my answer. So I want my answer to be in centimeters over minutes. If I look here, I'm going to have distance divided by time. So my distance is in centimeters. That puts centimeters in the numerator. And then time is in the denominator over here. So I look over here, okay, meters will end up in the denominator, and that's what I want. Or sorry, minutes. Let me make that clear, minutes. Okay, so I'll end up with my minutes in the denominator. So now I'm going to solve. All right, so my average speed equals 45 centimeters divided by 15 minutes, and I end up with 3 centimeters per minute. All right, so I've answered the first part of that question, but I'm not done. The second part of my question here wants me to find that same value in meters per second. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to rewrite my answer here of 3 centimeters per minute. This is the same way as writing this value here. I have 3 centimeters divided by minutes. There's no number there, so I can put a 1 in front of there. So 3 centimeters over 1 minute. Let's now deal with the centimeters first. So I need to think about what conversion can get me from centimeters to meters, because that's what I'm asked for. And I know that 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. So now I need to multiply this by some sort of a conversion factor that's going to cancel out centimeters, leaving me with meters. So if centimeters are in the numerator now, I want to put centimeters in the denominator in my conversion factor. And that leaves the 1 meter up here. And then we can just check that by canceling out our units. All right, that gets us to meters. We still have minutes here in the denominator, and we want to end up with seconds. So I know that there's 60 seconds in 1 minute. So I need to add a second conversion factor. I'll go back to blue. All right, so I need a conversion factor here. Minutes right now are in the denominator, and I want to get rid of them. So I need to put minutes in the numerator. And if I look over at my conversion factor, I know that 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So I'll put 1 minute here and 60 seconds in my denominator. And well, let's just check. Minutes are going to cancel out with my minutes up here. And now I can just multiply my numerator, multiply my denominator. So 3 times 1 times 1, I'm going to get 3. And I'm left with meters divided by 1 times 100 times 60, so 6,000. And the units I have left are seconds. So if I do this on my calculator, I should get 0.0005 meters per second. And that is my answer for the second part of that question.